Hi guys, FrankieV here. I thought I'd give you guys a bit of a run through of the map Killroom that's going to be released, or if it's not released already, for Urban Terror 19. That's actually 4.2.19, but we all already know it's 4.2, right? So anyways, to give you kind of an idea of what to expect. The design intent of this map is as a 1v1 tournament type map, aka old school Quake 3, where an individual, if they wish, they could, as I still do today, throw up a personal, let's say, game server where you can just kind of sit back and wait for somebody to kind of show up to your server, and then you can just get on in with some one-on-one action on a relatively small map. So of course this is a small map now, and we'll just do a quick run through. And as you can see, there are corners and wedgings and so forth. If you wish, you can jump up on top. You cannot get outside the box here, because if you jump too high into the fence, you will be electrocuted. So that's the penalty for if you try to decide you want to wall jump your way around the outer edges of it. Ideally suited, you could probably squeeze 3 people onto it and use it for kind of a knockout final map. It's you got as a design, you got everybody, all 3 players that are usually left, all inside this closed space environment. Tons of respawn points in here. I think there's something like 16 or something like that. I did try to put them in positions that you're not looking at directly into a given pathway. So if you're over here, spawn over here, a spawn point over here cannot see that spawn point back there, and so forth. So you're not, if you're not having that head-to-head. If you were standing here and a spawn point over there, not the most ideal type of setup. So I tried to make sure that that it was designed for in such a way that you're more towards the back of the wall and that there's nobody spawning in behind you, which gets kind of frustrating, as I've noticed in a few maps. I've used a lot of news artwork in here. I hope he doesn't mind some of the stuff he's showing, and consistently, and it's been around for a while, and it all sort of kind of ties into with this dirty, grungy, I guess you want to call it Navy SEAL / SWAT type of kill room, where obviously there's really killing going on, so to speak. Fairly big map as far as the downloads goes. A little bit of an experiment I tried while I was at it was rendering the lighting solution to texture directly into the diffuse of the texturing itself. So if we look at this map here, where everything in it is actually geometry, there is no brushes at period in this map except for simplified collision. You can see at the top right hand corner there, we're kind of nailing the 125, 126 consistently. So I haven't really run into, even on the lower end rates, of any kind of performance issues. Of course, because of the rendering to texture idea, it did make for substantially a larger file size, and with all the artwork and so forth, as opposed to using tiling, it did kind of got a bit bloated as part of the overall development of it. But I don't think a 100 meg file is going to cause any grief to anybody. By the way, this was a map layout that originated by Scuzz over at Custom Map Makers that I kind of looked at, and it, the whole layout just kind of jumped out. Well, I think it was supposed to be a couple of city blocks, but if you inverted the design, the black and white design, it actually just kind of it was easy enough to use Photoshop to extract the spline shapes and convert those into, map objects rather quickly. I think I more or less covered everything here that just needs to be said. And, it's an easy enough map to just kind of walk around and get the layout idea. I don't know why I put the map up there on the top left-hand corner, because it's not really necessary. But as a knockout final map, you can certainly get 3 players on here. You can, the cameraman's going to have a pretty good time keeping everybody in frame. There is risk involved. You decide to get too high on the fence, probably about half to 3/4 of the way. Anyways, enough that you're not just jumping off the walls on the base of it. You got to get a bit higher up to the point that where you're going to kind of would normally kind of want to jump out of the map, and we don't want that. So I think that more or less covers what it's real simple. I think personally, I think it looks good, but I'm biased. And I hope you enjoy playing it, and I hope to see individual servers go up and take advantage, and maybe create a new fad in urban terror.